Let's organize for 2024. I have some organization system that has been working really well, and there are some things that needs to be fixed and fine-tuned, and this is what I'm going to share in this video. But first, let's go to Ikea. When I go out and shop, I get temptation because everything looks so cute and useful and beautiful and sometimes it's harder to make choices as I go out, but I applied a few rules as I shop, so that helps me to see a more clear picture what I really need, not just what I want. And one of them that is very helpful to me when I'm deciding what I buy is the material. I always ask this question, is it natural fabric? And I'm telling you, it's 80% of the battle. Like you will get an instant answer and it's easier to narrow it down. The other one that I like to ask from myself, is it easy to clean? And again, you can just take out so many extra purchases that way, because I realized that it would be hard to clean and then just a hassle. These two rules really keep me at bay as I'm choosing products. Back at home, and I had to replace some of the things we had, and one of them is the sheet for the boys. I needed a new duvet cover for them, so that way I don't have to put the duvet cover separately. I can just wash the whole thing, so I think that will help my work with the laundry. And I got some of the things to organize with. Some will go to my studio, some will around in the house, and I had to replace those little towels. I really like that it has a hook, so it's easier to hang them and dry them. I'm replacing my cooling rack because mine is very low. I can fold this up to a taller state, so it's definitely helping the cooling process. And I've got this sourdough proofing basket because this is my goal for this year, to make a gluten-free sour bread. I will share all those rest of the items that I purchased as I'm organizing in the house, and I purchased some of the things from Amazon as well. First, I'm going to organize the vegetables to this handy shelf that is my food prep zone in the kitchen. Cleaning and prepping the area for organizing. There are some great benefits for this little cabinet that I ordered off of Amazon. I will leave the link down below, and Joe was so kind to put that together. The purpose of these cabinets that I can gather alike items together, but I have an easy access. I have boxes that I use for the same reason, but this one I like it even more because as I open it, I have a more clear view what I have. But it's also reduced the distraction for me because these are the items that I use often, but not every day. For the everyday use, I like to use clear jars, what I have, and the food can inspire me what I'm going to cook. And the noodles and this pickled ginger, I bought them from Home Goods. Home Goods actually have really good food on a lower price, and I like grocery outlet as well. The next organizer that I'm going to use, that is from Amazon too, but I was thinking of that for a long time, and finally I pulled the trigger, and I'm glad I did that because I have things that I need with one grab. I used to have these in a box, and that was a perfect size, but I always had to open a lid for that, and I always had to check the label, which one is the chicken and which one is the beef, so that way I see it right away, but it gives a cohesive look and it has a very convenient use. And since I cook and bake every day, it is very important to me to have a nice and organized pantry that can help me as I'm creating food. I know that the place is very limited in the pantry, so decoration is really not a perfect place for that, but I think a dried herb will be a nice touch, but also it's very useful because I can just grab some of the time when I need it. And I'm going to use this lantern. Yes, it's a lantern from Hobby Lobby, but it has a liner that is made from glass, so it will hold all my wooden spoons together and it will look cute with this herb. Since the stores are very far from us, where I can buy all the gluten-free products that we like, I like to stock up on them in this bin. So these are the food that I like to refill my jar with, and top of this bin I like to put an Ikea tray, and it's a good way to store that tray, but it also reduces the visual clutter as well.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, I'll follow golden.
This is the little shelf where I'm going to store all the plant-related things. I just bought this bottle where I'm only going to keep some water so I can spray my plants. So for the next idea, I did this before. I used another Christmas light to light up the pantry, but now I'm going to use this wire one because this wire one is great if you want to save space by storing the Christmas ornament, but it's kind of a trouble to use it because it's a wire, so it can tangle very easily. But it's going to be great to use it for a permanent place, and I'm going to use it as a light, and I'm not going to have this on all the time. I'm just going to put it on at night when we just calming down for the night, and I'm going to unplug it because the pantry needs dark. The food likes better the dark. They preserve the flavor and the color better without any light, but it's going to be a nice touch for the night.
Golden things.
This is a high traffic area. This is where we go out to the deck, but also this is a practical spot, ooh, chocolate, to store things because it's close to the kitchen island. So I don't want to waste this space, but also I don't want to overcrowd that because it just makes it difficult to come in and go out. So I'm just going to use these narrow shelves from Ikea, and I'm going to create a tea making corner. So this is where I'm going to gather all the teas that I like to offer to my friends, and they can just grab their glasses from there as well. They are all going to be in one place, but also the location will be perfect as well. The next thing that I want to fix is that I have this hook on the side of the sink because it's practical, because I have the kitchen towel nearby, but I have to bend over very deep to wipe my hand, so that's not very nice on my back. Also, if I need something from the cabinet, it's in the way. So as much as it's practical to have it this close, it is more of an inconvenience now. But I find this hook at Ikea, and it's been working so well because it holds the towel away from the sink, so I can wipe my hands easier, and also it's just I don't have to bend over that much. It is a way more comfortable solution, and also I can get into the cabinet without any issues.
Do you feel the same way? Maybe you don't want to know, but you don't see what you have in front of you. Or maybe I'm not enough for you, so maybe I should go. If I had known from the start, this wouldn't have ended with broken hearts. 'Cause I don't wanna waste my time. If we don't feel the same.
Fixing two other issues, and I find this cute stool at Ikea. Besides the stable structure, and obviously the all-natural wood was very appealing as well, but it has a little storage on the bottom. And while this is not the designated area where it's gonna go, I will share it very shortly with you where I'm going to finally put this stool. But for now, I'm gonna need this little sitting stool for the entrance when we have people coming over, and if they taking off their shoes, that's where they can sit down, so they can remove their shoes more comfortably. But the bench that I ordered, it hasn't arrived yet. It's another day and the bench is here, but nobody else was home, so I had to put it together because I was impatient, and Joat had to fix it later, because the only wrong thing that can go wrong with this, if you mix the legs, and I did that. So anyway, this is gonna be the perfect size. We can still open the door, and we can still comfortably sit down on this bench, and this is from Amazon. I will leave the link down below, and we can still open the closet as well. To make it more welcoming, because this is a very small entrance to decorate that, I'm going to just put this little tree very close to the door opening, but not into the entrance, but it looks like it is there, but it's actually in the living room area. It's a tricky way to add some greenery without taking up the space. The stool will be used as a side table next to the couch, but I also like to use this as I cut the boys' hair because it's a perfect height. The next area that I want to fix is in the refrigerator, the sliding bottles, and I find this very inexpensive way to fix it. If you don't want to spend any money, I have this rubber band that I put around the shelf, and it works good. Like, you can see it holds it somewhat together, but this one works even better. But if you don't want to spend the money, rubber band can help, but I'm going to use this one because this is way better. I'm going to show you. It can be expanded. It was a little bit difficult to expand, but it can reach to a double size almost. And it holds so well. I find another use for it as well. I can organize narrow boxes with the cleaners. They don't slide, they stay put together. I can't stop now. I got another idea. So I had this issue with the water bottles. The only tall cabinet that we have, so this is why we store the bottles here, but it's in the way when I want to use the cooking sheet. So with this narrow box that has a glue on it, and I additionally added some double-sided tape, I will fix it on the door. So basically they're gonna stay on the same place, but I don't have to remove them when I need the cookie sheets. I have shared this little cord organizer before, but I want to include this because it's such a huge change in a way of keeping things neatly in the drawer, and it just speeds up the process of taking them in and out. It has a little sticky area on the back. That's how I can fix it on the appliance, and I can just gather all the wire there. It's very helpful as I'm grabbing them from the drawer. I want to change up the atmosphere in the kitchen. I want to create a little bit more cozy feel to it, and I looked around to buy some fabric, but those were more expensive than the actual curtain that it's already sewed together. I find these cute curtains. I really like the pattern because it's kind of a subtle color, so it's not too bold, so I don't get bored of it very fast. But there is something that it makes it more warm, and that's why I choose that one. So I'm going to put this up.
Don't need you here to say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know.
Oh my god! Frász hoztad rá! Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Let's be honest for a second. Yeah,
There's just something very cozy in having a curtain up in the window and seeing the bad weather outside. And we're going to have probably probably we're going to have snow over the weekend. It's on the weather forecast. We'll see if it's happening, but if so, we're going to have a lot of snow and we're going to have a cold weather, so we can cozy up in the kitchen with these curtains. But thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you being here and watching until the end. And if you enjoyed it, I have some playlists and other videos to check out. And otherwise, I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!
Don't take it slow, don't be jealous.